Today, we're going to be talking about the easiest way to create content. And for me, that's to actually ask myself this very simple question, which is what do I want to talk about today? I was thinking about how I come or I was thinking about how do I come up with so many ideas for content? And really what I've started doing is just asking myself, what do I want to talk about today? And then I come up with that answer and then I get to talk about it. And I'm really motivated and inspired to talk about it. But as I was asking myself that question today and I was thinking about that process, I also realized that this shows up a lot in other places too. So there's this idea of like asking yourself what you want as far as like big picture. What are your goals? What do you want for your life? What do you want a couple years out? I want you to take it to the smaller level. Like, where are you not asking yourself, what do you want? Because even with content, it can be, what should I talk about? What do I need to say today? What can I post today? Like, there's a lot of these questions that we can ask ourselves instead of like, what do I want to post? And one thing that came up for me in the last couple of days is I was actually looking at, okay, what do I want to do right now? And my brain was like, "Oh, we wanna read a book." And then I found a book that I wanted to read, and then my brain was telling me like, "No, we should read this different book. We should read this book that's, like, more focused on, like, what we're working on right now, or we should read this book that's gonna help us get to this result, or we should read this." Instead of like, "Wait, what is it that I want to read right now?" It was the initial book that I had. And so there's these small ways where we can just ask ourselves like, "What is it that I want?" And start to kind of pay attention, like, are you denying yourself what you want? For whatever reason that your brain is coming up with. Because when we can start to access that, like, what do I want to do? What do I want to say? What do I want to create? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do that? Like, when we can tap in with that, we start to do things that are more natural for us. Like, even when I started reading that book, I was like, oh, this was exactly the book that I needed to read that actually helped me toward that goal. So, I want you to consider today asking yourself, what do you want on this smaller level throughout this day? Like, what do you want to drink right now? How do you want to start your day? What would be fun? What do you want to do? Like asking yourself, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then creating that for yourself in these small ways. And then in the next episode, we can actually talk about like in a bigger picture, like when you ask yourself, what do you want? How do you come up with answers if it feels really challenging to do that? And if you want to create more commitment while you're going after your goals, then make sure you go to the waitlist for my course, How to Create Commitment, by going to createcommitment.com.